mate, I'll put some electric skates under the baseball field. That people can electric skate all the way there.
So the stream is going, but the people haven't been notified yet. Let me get them notified.
Oi, mate, I would like to ride my electric skates around. Skate or die. I better get in there, right? I'm ready to fucking record, man. I'm on that fucking riding high in that kratom thing now, ready to talk. Ready to talk. Talky boy, he talks a lot on the radio.
Basement show 5/18, 2018.
Yeah. Hello, it's me you're looking for, and I love to kiss your butt, and I love to bust some nuts. Oh, we're recording. I don't want to hear people to hear me talking about busting nuts. No, they ain't gonna watch it over. There's 2 people in there, but those are me, I think. Deedly deed, deedly deedly deed, deedly deedly deed, deedly deedly deed, deedly deedly deed. Did you hear what I was saying?
Deedly deedly deed?
No. Well, yeah, that, of course. Elon Musk's Boring Company plans to dig a tunnel to Dodger Stadium, and fans would ride through it in pod-like electric skates.
That's amazing.
He's fucking such a grifter. He's the best. He's just me. I make up stuff like that, too.
Yeah, he just has the capability to do it.
He doesn't ever do it, though. Where's the boring stuff? That motherfucker's been talking about digging holes and taking souls. That's the Undertaker that talks about digging holes and taking souls, but you know.
Did you see that Azealia Banks thing?
She said, PBR ass pussy. Yeah. That's all I know.
And he said Elon Musk had pork skin and fish eyelids.
Oh my god. Elon Musk is a chump. Elon Musk is a chunk. What's up, Will, from H-Town? We want to come there someday. You're allowed to say that? You didn't say nothing dirty?
Well, no, I was standing off screen here. Nobody could hear me.
We want to come to Houston sometime. Well, Brent really wants to come to Houston.
I love Screwston, Texas. I've been listening to that Travis Scott like crazy.
Yeah. He do have those. It do be like that. Oh, yeah. Man, I thought I was going to, be dumb for bringing my nose spray here. But you know what? I need it. And I have it. I'm addicted to nose spray again for people who are keeping track of that. Hey, Seattle, we're definitely coming to you in 2018. Y'all got legal weed, though. That'll get us there. So they're coming to Portland, Maine. They're going to Portland, Maine, right? Chapo? we're going to do a show. If you're near Columbus, I mean, I'm not announcing anything, but their show here will be with us in October. So if you want to see us together, I guess make a plan to come to Columbus, Ohio in October at some time when they tell us when. But that's a secret. You don't be running around saying that stuff. That's what happens. That's the kind of shit you get when you're in here. I just sprayed some adrenaline up my nose. They call it adrenaline.
Are you stuffed up?
I'm fucking... Well, I was, and now I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, I don't mess with it.
I know you don't, man. You're smart.
I got too many addictions as it is.
Me too, baby.
I think 11:30.
Like, I wake up and drink coffee.
So we're filming. Let me know.
We're going to, like, L.A. and San Francisco. People in California are nuts because they're like, are y'all going to do San Diego, too? And are y'all going to do San Jose? Like, I'm like, shit.
You should do the Valley. You should do Salton Sea.
That place is expensive, man. California, you big city people too expensive for us. That's the problem. I'm walking in Houston. That seems like you're daring me to walk in Houston.
Yeah, you're going to get beat up for that.
Yeah, you don't have any idea what kind of heat I walk in Columbus, Ohio. It's just, everybody is like, you couldn't walk in the heat of my place because it's 110. And I'm like, it is so fucking uncomfortable here. And I've been to very hot places, right? It's just it's so I walk here all the time. I've been to Florida. It's just as bad here. It's so disgusting. Fresno and Sacramento.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys expect us to come doing in your neighborhood.
California's nuts. You California people, I mean, like, you got me thinking.
I'm not going to go up there and buy Pisbo Beach.
Yeah, you got me at Malibu? You guys gonna do Malibu? 85 and 100% humidity that's basically what we live in. 100% humidity is rain, right? You guys gonna get me talking.
Yeah, that's rain.
People got so hot about Drew talking about the weather on the show me and him did together, me and Drew.
What about it?
We're talking about how that when they say, like, it feels like something outside, that's the temperature.
Yeah.
And people were just...
That's the actual temperature.
Yeah, because that's what it feels like.
It feels like 86
What's the
out
fucking
here.
point in telling you the other temperature? You
The
know?
real feel.
Yeah, because he was saying that about wind chill, too. And it's like, if it fucking feels like it's 10 degrees, then it's 10 degrees.
Well, if you got a windbreaker, though,
those
then your
don't
stats
work.
change.
Those don't work.
Oh, sure they do. That's why people wear them.
Not when it's cold. The East
People
Coast
love to break
swing...
wind.
What's the East Coast... Brockton, tell me what the East Coast swing would entail, and I'll tell you when it is. We're going to be in New York again soon, I think. Maybe. I mean, I'm not trying to promise anything, but we're thinking about it. That's the East Coast to us. I know what the East Coast... I know East Coast. Rof. Row F.
So I've been hitting the kratom pretty hard because I'm trying not to drink.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with my problems with this now. And the tea is the best shit in the world.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of frozen peaches, and I threw them in there with honey. And this is way better to do it because it's like taking me an hour or two to drink it.
Yeah.
So it's not like getting hit with it all at once.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
Smart.
make the tumbling. Because I remember that the first DSA meeting I went to, I was flying so fucking high on kratom. Like, I just took like a tablespoon and left the house and was so faced. Like, I was just like, the whole time.
I mean,
I was like this.
I gotta tell Ro in here. I'm gonna tell you about the East Coast. My buddy that I did a third show with, Chris, MRT, Mongo eBooks, lives in Providence, and he's always trying to talk me into coming to Providence, and he's got me 100% convinced that I need to see that city. So, I mean, I want to do Providence. I want to do Boston and Portland, Maine. Like, one of my dreams is to go to Maine. Like, Gwen was so brainwashed by me in her first few years that when people would ask her what city she wants to visit, she would say California or LA and California. She would just, where do you want to visit? She'd be like, California, Florida, because he'd been there before, and Asheville, North Carolina, and then Maine. And people would be like, why Maine? And she could never answer it. And the reason was because when she was little, I was like, I want to go to Maine really bad. And I wouldn't stop talking about it.
There's nothing worthwhile there, is there?
Yeah, dude. Fucking dude. Half of Maine is the woods. They ain't even fucking anybody live there.
Okay.
Half of it is the woods. I'm not saying we're going to go do a show in the woods, but imagine being that close to, like, the woods. You know, I'm going to show you.
I've seen some woods.
I know you. See, we haven't really seen the woods, have we? Do you feel like we've seen the woods?
I've traveled to some woods.
What woods?
I don't know. I don't know the name of them.
We ain't been to the woods, dude. Neither one of us have. It's okay. I'm not saying anything bad about you. I'm saying not saying anything bad about me. But the woods is like in the mid. We're gonna go to the woods when we're in the Midwest, Brad. We are gonna fucking check out the goddamn woods. And but you can go sovereign citizen completely in Maine. And that top half of Maine, the weather sucks. They'll let you have it. And you could just be like, I'm fucking living up. This is my place. That's I probably will like he's Larry in here said it's more like 75% woods. That's fascinating to me. Plus, you love them lobster rolls. That's where they're from. That's where the best lobsters are.
That's true. They drove them down to D.C.
Weed is legal there. It's the only East Coast city because you know how they're all Puritans there.
So you just do like backpacking, hiking, stuff like that?
Well, yeah, there's cities there. There is a city there or two.
Okay.
But like we would go to the city. Our show would probably be in the city. It's usually, we don't usually hit the suburbs or the rural areas. I know that would be more like the brand, but we kind of have to hit the cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried. I don't know how much time we get to spend in the damn woods. Shout out to the podcast.
Yeah, me and you are going to go hang out. And shout out to the chat, too, if any of you are in here. Me and you are going to go in the damn woods. And Kyle the Beast, the wrestler, he's from the woods. We're going to go to the woods, and we're going to fucking run around. We'll film stuff. We'll go to the woods at night.
I know, that's crazy. We used to always just dare people. We would be driving through, like, the country, and we would dare somebody to walk out as far as they could into the darkness. And then we would like literally slam on the brakes and make them do it. Like we would get in a hypothetical conversation and be like, do it right now.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it's so fucking scary.
Yeah.
So the further you get away, you're just like vibrating. You just feel like you're about to be snatched up.
Yeah. I want to, yeah. Well, somebody said Maine's the West Virginia of the North, so we definitely have to go do a show there.
We've never done West Virginia, though.
We should. We've tried. Well, we got sidetracked on West Virginia, to tell you the truth. Our buddies, the District Sentinel, started talking about doing it, and then they decided not to do it, and then Brett and I were just kind of like, well, if they're not going to do it, you know, like in Morgantown. I feel like we could draw in Morgantown if we wanted, or Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston is great. Actually, it's sad, but great.
Yeah, it's
I was
a
just
beautiful
there.
city.
I stopped in on the way back from Virginia Beach. We ate dinner there at some like fusion burrito place. They put like Chinese food in burritos.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And like falafels and burritos.
Okay.
And then regular.
The burritos, the Condado is doing a chicken bacon ranch taco.
Woo!
My family would freak for that, man.
People can't get enough.
That's an Ohio feast, right? That meal's called an Ohio feast.
Yeah, they should get some sort of fish in there so you can have land, air, and sea.
Yeah.
Some ceviche on top.
I know, it's so crazy. Somebody in the chat, Brockton in the chat said, "Yo, I want a Chinese food burrito." And I'm like, yeah.
I had a pad thai burrito. It was fucking great. It was like deep fried tofu, peanut butter sauce, red peppers, green onions, sprinkles of nuts, and rice.
Yeah.
Fucking loved it.
I had a tofu.
Hot sauce.
I had an idea for tofu the other day.
What's that?
Oh, tofu pepperoni. Ronrons. I was thinking you could
they
probably
have
pull
those.
off. Well, my daughter and so when we get pizza,
I mean, not with like white tofu. You can't.
Well,
get
with
to
a
pepperoni.
tofu. Well, here's where I came up with this. This happened yesterday. So when we get pizzas on Tuesdays, the Take and Bake place has buy one get one free. You get a dinner for $15.
Sure.
So we always go and we get one large and one medium. And I always get a pepperoni. It's called pepperoni trio, and it's got 3 toppings: little square pepperonis, big round pepperonis, and regular small round pepperonis.
Okay.
And my wife and daughter were like, they're trying real hard. Well, the kid just ate a cheeseburger today and a piece of pepperoni pizza yesterday. But they're doing it. They're trying, you know. And they cut a little sliver of my pizza, and both of them are just sitting there like, God, I miss pepperoni. Oh, the only food my wife wants is meat. My wife wants ever is pepperoni and hot dogs.
Yeah,
and she just totally misses them. And
the field roast hot dogs are legit.
Okay,
that's the only ones I would stand behind. Smart ones I do not like.
And I had one that was just miserable when I was trying to be. But I bought the wrong ones. I didn't listen to your advice like an idiot. Yeah. But the reason, so then it was like they ate it and they just couldn't stop gushing about pepperoni. And I was like, why don't they pepperoni is just a fucking seasoning. Just fucking season a piece of tofu like you do that pepperoni.
Yeah.
And then like get it real thin and crispy. You got yourself some pepperonis, I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could do it with tempeh pretty easily, and that stuff gets kind of sausagey in a way. You could even take some of those Italian sausages that Impossible makes and cut them into slices and throw them in a pan. I used to do that with tofurkey Italian sausage, cut it into slices, and then you can put it in like pasta. If you want to do that carbonara shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they have they're so close to the vegetarian meat being totally figured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I bought some chicken nuggets off Facebook. This is Facebook ad, and it just said nugs, and it showed him like these McDonald's looking chicken nuggets just flying through the air, and it said like cruelty, no chickens involved or something. And I just hit order, and it showed up, and they're fucking amazing. They're like so crispy, and like they have the gross like mushy. Same thing. I don't know. It's pretty fucking close. It makes me grossed out.
We wanted a trashy dinner, a trashy chicken nugget French fry dinner the other night, and like, cause Katie and I, when we first started dating, we would go and we would just get all of the frozen treats, your pizza rolls, your cheese sticks, your French fries, taquitos, and your chicken nuggets, your taquitos, and then get just sauces on top of sauces and put them in little things around and we would just sit, and that would be our dinner. We would just fucking go nuts for it, just eating and eating and eating.
It's like a platter.
So we were like, when we first started dating, my wife would get the sampler.
Oh, yeah. I used to be addicted to samplers, too.
Did you just roll in there and be like, I'll have
a little bit of each.
Yeah, I'll get the appetizer.
All of it.
She would get it for dinner. She would get the appetizer sampler for dinner. And we got them, and I bought chicky tenders, like natural. I was like, I'm going to buy these natural chicken tenders because I eat meat, but I'd make an effort.
They wanted to be nice to the chickens.
Yeah, I want to be nice before they murder the chickens. And so I got those chicken nuggets, and they got the Quorn brand, Quorn, right, brand. And fucking, I was like, hated mine. And they were disgusting. And like the fucking breading was slipping off, and you could see the gray ass chicken on the inside of there. And it was just terrible. And I had some of theirs, and I was like, these fucking rule. These are like 100 times better than my chicken nuggets. Because chicken nuggets don't need a taste, dude. They that's why the sauce. You use all the sauce to make the chicken nuggets taste good. It needs a
consistency.
And I have a lot of good sauce. I'm like a sauce master at my house. There's 2 things I have at my house that I find very important and that I wish more people thought about. 1, sauce. 2, tons of different kinds of drinks. Just fucking
selection.
Yeah, because like, well, and even like at fast food or at restaurants now, man, they just basically are like, it's only alcohol. The only drinks that we're gonna have in restaurants now is alcohol, like only fancy drinks. They never are like, oh, we also got this fucking really like cool
prickly pear lemonade
drink. Yeah, they don't do that very much.
Some places
Sonic does. Sonic is real good. Like,
Fusion has a good setup of fancy drinks.
They got 3 lemonades.
Right, but they're different kinds of teas in them and shit.
Yeah. Well, okay, but you also want pop there too. Like they leave out everything. I want everything. I want all the options, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Pop makes me feel gross. It was actually funny because we did those shrooms. I came when we were done. We got to your house, and I was so excited to drink an orange pop, and I went to go open it, and I was like, I can't drink this. I looked at the nutrition label and was like, I can't drink this. It's just going to make me feel guilty and bad.
Yeah. I mean, I had the orange. I had a 12-pack of the orange one. Now I have Dr. Pepper because they had it on sale. When you can get the real stuff cheap, it's like, I'm not buying Faygo now, man. I want to live large.
What?
Get the Dr. Pep.
Oh.
I got actual Dr. Pepper, not Dr. Faygo this
Why?
Because I can get a 24-pack for $5. That's a fucking incredible deal.
I got a 20% off coupon for the crazy grocery store. I don't want to advertise them. No, the other one. The competitor that also does all the natural stuff. But they're giving you 20...
You don't want to say their name?
No.
Just because you don't want to advertise?
I guess. With Lucky's, I don't care.
Lucky's, yeah. I just don't know why you're hiding it.
Oh, I just don't want to... It's like a no logos thing. I just don't really want to mention people.
Okay.
If they didn't... I don't know. I do love that place, but it has all kinds of crazy shit in there. And I love all of their tonics and fake medicines and supplements and shit.
Yeah, they got good ones.
They have all the CBD now, too.
Yeah. Somebody said a Roy Rogers. I'm looking up what a Roy Rogers. I almost got a chocolate egg cream today, but I chickened out.
Oh yeah.
Why don't they take the word fucking egg out of it?
Well, that's because back in the day, that was like sorely needed. Those and vitamins.
Yeah.
For what?
Theme song.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking up what a Roy Rogers is. You.
Roy Rogers, please.
It's just grenadine. So a half a can of carbonated beverage.
Which any kind?
Yeah, a dash of grenadine, a half a cup of ice cubes, and a maraschino cherry.
That's a Shirley Temple.
No, it's a Roy Rogers.
No, that's a Shirley Temple.
I'm a gentleman and I order the Roy Rogers. No, Shirley Temples don't have. Well, they have 7-Up in them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's just you can't order a Shirley Temple.
Yes, you can. Not everything has to be male gendered.
But I would just look like a joker ordering it.
It's been a Shirley Temple since the beginning of time.
Okay. Well, Roy Rogers is also like an old guy, dude.
He has his own fast food, so he gets that.
I tried to get that. Fucking fuck Roy Rogers. So, like, I was driving home, and I got real fucking hungry from New York, and I stopped at a truck stop, and I was like, I'm gonna get this fucking Roy Rogers. I never had Roy Rogers. It's right here. I'm gonna get it. I got in there, and they're like, we're only selling hot dogs right now. And I was like, French fries? And they were like, no, just hot dogs. And I was like, all right, well, this is I don't think I'm gonna do
what
this.
I was looking for. All right, you ready to get this thing?
Piss, and then, yeah.
Oh, go pee.
I'm gonna go pee in the hole, my man's.
What's been going on that I can talk? Oh, I have this video game. We got a Nintendo Switch for streaming that thing, and I bought this game called Darkest Dungeon, and it is fucking ridiculous how hard it is. It's kind of comical how tragic it is. I can't fucking win. I sent so many people down to die in this Darkest Dungeon, and I finally got a win last night, and I was so huge. But it's pretty incredible because you're this wealthy estate owner, and you're trying to send people to go collect gold and treasures and trinkets for your city. And you're basically just throwing these people down in this dungeon, and they all get afflicted by the horror and the madness. Like, the more they get beat up, the more, like, monsters they see, traps go off. Eventually their psyche breaks, and they get these bad habits like selfishness or arrogance, cowardice, hopelessness. There's hopelessness, like, so they'll just be constantly saying, like, this tonight, we're gonna meet our end tonight. It doesn't even matter if we do, because tomorrow it waits for us again. Like, they just say this really cryptic shit about dying in this dungeon, and it's really pretty fucking fun. It is, like, it's pretty close to real life. It's that same camaraderie you get when you're in a dark dungeon working with some people. But they also get good qualities too. So now some of them are like pretty resilient. So it's a pretty interesting game. It's I just stumbled upon it when I was buying the Switch, and I also got Mario Kart, which my daughter can play. So maybe you can get some Charlotte content.
Charlotte content. All right, I'm ready to roll.
I'm trying to get her to be the next Ryan's Toys review.
Ryan Toys.
It's Ryan's family review now. They changed it up.
He's reviewing his family. I like that.
Yeah. What he thinks about him, how they acted this week.
Now that's a show I'd watch as a kid, just being like, I'm reviewing my family for the week. Fucking mean ass kid. Get a mean kid to do that, and I'm watching.
That's too much sauce. Listeners, we have a big surprise for you tonight. You're going to be happy that you tuned in. We're going to announce it at the beginning, but we got a cool giveaway happening. We're going to try to keep that a part of the basement thing. Let me get my old throat moist here. Today my dad fucking sucked. Isn't that the truth?
That would be funny, right? Like, because you know when you punish the kid or you yell at the kid, they're going to give you a bad review, and that's where the show really takes off. Like, most of the times they'll love you.
Yeah.
But then people will be like, God damn.
Be very passionate.
She hates her parents this week. I went
and
through
it would
that
be
a lot.
Recorded on history the first time that she called her mom a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, that would be funny.
That moment that's going to happen. Someone get their hair pulled out by their mom on Snapchat.
Me and Jason told my little brother to tell my stepmom she's not his boss when she yelled for him one time, and he got whooped for that one.
Okay. You ready to do this thing?
Yo.
I'm going to get it started. Do you hear it?
No.
Oh, I have my shit turned off. Let's do it one more time. You ready? Here we go. And a 1 and a 2 and a you know what to do. Hey, Street Fighters. Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday night. Time for a street fight. You are tuning in live right now. If you are $5 or more Patreon subscriber, we are on the stream. We're have some folks in the chat. Thank you everybody that tuned in to talk and check out the new live stream of the show. We got a brand new opening sequence animation made by Zach Kerwin, aka Secret Awesome. He's the guy that's done a lot of our. He's done the Support the Troops sticker. He did the Duke Boys. He's a really talented guy, and so we're going to be using more of his animation in the future. You can follow him on Instagram. He's at Secret Awesome HQ. On Twitter, he's at Secret Flotsam. And if you want to get access to our zine, you got to do that through Patreon as well. This month we're doing the Weed Zine. We're wrapping it up right now. You're going to get the digital copies soon. All of you folks that get the physical ones, that's coming later this month, probably more likely next month. For those of you that don't know who we are, my name is Brett Payne. My co-host is Brian Quimby. We're Street Fight Radio, the #1 anarcho comedy show on any station across the nation. We've been doing it for 7 years now, looking to spread this mess across the U.S., and that means we are doing the Middle West tour. Come to Chicago September 2nd at the Hideout. Ticket links are now available. We are going to Minneapolis. I'm talking to Nomad Bar right now. I think that is locked in for September 4th, that Tuesday. We're going to be in Des Moines, Iowa on September 5th. That Wednesday, we'll be at Vaudeville Muse. No ticket link for that yet. On Friday, we'll be in Kansas City. And then on Saturday, we're going to play Propaganda Bar in St. Louis. No tickets available for any of that stuff yet. Just pay attention to the social media. They will be there. They will be there. All right. Ready to get started on this street fight?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to roll, baby. They look at. It's weird that we're on video because they can see what I do when you do the intro.
Right.
And it makes me feel bad.
No, I've watched the streams back and I'm like, Brian, look a little bit more interested next time. Don't you power off like a robot. You're just like you're not talking. You're just slumped down, staring into your phone.
Yeah,
or at the computer.
I appreciate what you do, but I've heard it every time you've done it.
Rather boring at this point.
I'm not saying it's boring. Jeez. How's your week going, Brett?
So far, so good. kid is going back to school soon. I'm just like waiting for that day. I just can't wait to get my time back.
Mine went back.
Oh, really?
Today.
My goodness.
Well,
woo, that's early.
Yeah, August 15th was the first day of school. I feel for her. Really.
Yeah, that's really bogus, and we got a better deal than that. We got started on the stunted week with the Labor Day usually.
Yeah.
4-day week, get you used to it.
Yeah. I'm really loving like her going back to school this time because it's real now. She's in 8th grade.
Okay.
So she's like a fully formed person, basically. She has opinions about her teachers and stuff like that. So I'm getting to hear like the stuff I remember from like, it's like there's these things that happen when you have a kid that through their life, they do things that make you then remember things that you did when you were a kid. Like when she found out who her teacher was, and she was like, "Oh no, I got the mean one," and I was like, "Damn!" You know what I said? Good. Like you need somebody yelling at you sometimes. Right.
You need some adversity in your life. We're too comforting of a home to a fault.
Yeah, go get yelled at for a while at school. I mean, the thing is,
know what other kids are going through. Actually, there was a moment this summer where we were at the water park. And this woman was just spanking the shit out of this kid. And I was with 2 girls that have never seen anything close to that in their life at home. And they were just standing there with their jaws on the ground. And I was like, see? That's how other people's grandma deals with their shit. Yeah,
I mean, you're
some
lucky.
grandmas aren't so nice.
Yeah, my kid kind of understands that she's pretty lucky, like as far as like her parent, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
mine too.
Yeah, but if she ever like, I want her to deal with a mean person in authority sometime. I mean, she's not. Here's the thing about school. She won't ever get in real trouble because I am not going to do anything. Once she gets home, it's just going to be like, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, stop, please.
Like for me, it's like, don't shoplift because I don't want to have to show up at the place and pick you up from the shoplifting. I don't like have a big moral reason not to do it other than like wait till you're 18. If you want to shoplift, you can do that. But I don't want to be responsible for you when you're shoplifting.
Right. My kid actually, there was a moment that I was like, realized we'd been talking to her the wrong way because she wanted me to play Barbies with her, and she said, let's go to my friend's house. They have a whole bunch of pets, and we'll go look at them. And so she pulls out like 5 or 6 animals, and eventually I was like, wow, you really have a lot of pets. This is crazy. And she said, yeah, they're from my mommy, but it's only because we have enough money to buy them. Which is something that we always say, like we only do this stuff because we have money, and we explain that like there are people that don't have money that work just as hard, but yeah. I think she's just soaked in that it's like we have enough money.
Yeah. You want her to be like, yeah, that's true.
When I was a kid, and then it made me think like when I was a kid, what I locked into the most was my mom always, her line was, I don't have a dime to my name.
Yeah.
She was like, Brett, I don't have a dime to my name, so I don't know where the fuck we're going to get that,
Yeah.
And so it made me, like, as I grew older, it said, and it still is a problem, every time I got a dime to my name, I'm like, we got enough money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care, get whatever you want, we got enough money. Like, I'm not worried about the future. We got enough money right now to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we got a dime to our name,
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. My kid knows my struggles with money. So like, she knows, like, I don't know. Like sometimes I feel bad about the honesty, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Getting an honest view of the world is the least you can do for somebody to prepare them for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can somehow hustle or you find yourself in a career with, a higher wages, it'll get rid of a lot of those problems,
Yeah.
I mean, you got it. I mean, everybody's dealing with them, but yeah, I think that it's better to say like, if you want to try to be a part-time entertainer, you're also going to have to go melt down in the bathrooms sometimes when we go out to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's getting money now. She's making money from Street Fight, which really helps. And, really helps me, but it's still like every minute that school has you buying something. They're never not buying things. I just found out I got to buy dinner for 11 kids one time this year, and then I also have to Because she plays volleyball. I got to buy dinner for the whole volleyball team, dude.
Yeah. That's true. No, I mean, that's a part of camaraderie. That's networking and community.
I don't, they have the money. The other parents have the money, I'm
Right.
not there. It's going to be Subway. $5 foot
Yeah,
long.
that's true. You should do that. I'm gonna make just spaghetti at the house.
Oh, no, I can't do that to
Spaghetti
her.
dinner.
I can't do that to her.
You know how much those kids would love it? They never get that shit. Put all that, just cover garlic bread in trans fats and hand it to those kids. They'll love it.
That's probably. I mean, they
would go
usually have
nuts.
Subway, but apparently they got sick of it, so they don't want it anymore. So now I
Subway's-
gotta. It's pizza. It's all pizza.
Right.
You're gonna be eating
See?
pizza.
Yeah, that's not so bad, and it's
Yeah.
not too expensive.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I also have to buy her volleyball shoes. And she was like, I'm so sorry we have to do these volleyball shoes. And I was like, it ain't your fucking damn fault, man. But how much are volleyball shoes? And I looked them up. They're $50. I'm not going to freak out about
No.
$50 more dollars.
No, I mean, you got to have the right equipment to do the thing.
She's also going to Washington, D.C. in like a month and a half. And it's like,
living the life.
yeah, school
Live
is
kid
something.
life.
School is fucking something. I mean, she keeps talking about how they want you to do a spaghetti anarchist cookbook, Brett.
I would love to. I mean, we used to make our noodles. Our whole families would get together. We'd have like 7 couples that would get like 2 or 3 pasta machines together. We'd have people making dough, people rolling, and then we'd all freeze it. And we'd have like pasta for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's a good hack.
I want to say something else that somebody in the chat said, because this is something I've thought of. Street Fight should sponsor Gwen's volleyball dinner. Real Good Show sponsored a Little League baseball team, and I want to do something like that someday. But I mean, well, I'm sure we probably have the money to do it now.
Oh yeah,
really.
of course.
How much
It's
could
not
it
that hard.
fucking
Yeah, it's
cost?
$150 or something.
Let's get our names on a Little League jersey.
little Street Fighter.
Yeah. Something like that. We'd have to pick a good sport. Is the wrestling team? Is there like intramurals wrestling?
No, I'm not that I know of.
All right, well, we'll move away from that. Yeah, so she saw the teacher. I mean, she met her teachers. He didn't give her homework today.
Nice.
Which
Cool
that
teach.
was the thing about him, is that he was known for giving homework on the first day. Which was such a mind fuck to me, right?
It's just
because it was like I probably
kids'
knew that stuff.
Hearsay.
Right, exactly. I probably was like that too, though. I was like, oh, I got Miss Kreider, and she's probably going to give me homework
It's all
like on the first
perspective,
day.
dude. It's just perspective. It's the story that you tell. You're telling the narrative that you're going to have the worst day of school because of the teacher, and then the evidence doesn't back it up.
Yeah, I mean, every kid's going to have a mean teacher. There's a mean teacher thread on the Street Fighter book and on the Street Fighter page. And I'm reading all these mean teacher things, and all these people are still alive in the end. But, I mean, they had to deal with a mean teacher. You're going to deal with a mean boss. You're going to deal with so many fucking mean people in your life that having a mean teacher is probably a thing. Like, we should just hire mean teachers. Now, the main thing that I think about when I think about mean teachers is, how do you become a mean teacher? I mean, come on. Like, what kind of a person does it's like mean to kids?
Because once you see it every day in and out, you're like, there's no hope. They're just stupid shaved apes. Like, we're animals, like once you deal with the general, like even seeing my kid, I'm just like, oh man, she's just regular old person taking up space like the rest of us, like all the magic wears off pretty quickly. Like they're going to grow up to be like shitheads just like us.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then and then they're at their most selfish and irrational at that age too.
Yeah.
Like that was like going on vacation with 3 kids that were literally screaming and crying when we were trying to take them to an arcade. Or they were, ice cream wasn't coming fast enough. We had to go on why do we have to go on a wagon ride? To get the ice cream.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, you don't even have to walk. You're getting carried there.
I don't want to go on a wagon ride. Yeah. Kids are the whiniest. Jeez. Yeah. I guess. I just can't be mean to them. I got to be nice to them.
Somebody should. I'm mean to them. I try not to cross the line, but I do try to be mean. When I know I can be real fucking mean, like then I always get my jabs in.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been good at it with the kids. I love the damn things. I love kids. You know how people are like, show me a dog picture when they feel sad and stuff? I'm like that with kids. I love kids. Kids are the fucking best, man. I just love hanging out with them and talking to them and
They get everything they want. They're all fucking spoiled brats.
I know.
They have no self-awareness.
No, I love it. That's one of the things I like about them is they don't know anything about themselves. You know what? When I say today's the worst day of my life, right? I'm being like silly, you know? When they say today is the worst day of my life, they really mean it.
Yeah.
Like with every fiber of their being. They like really mean that they've lived the worst day of their life. Oh, this world is sucky. So, kids, what are you going to do with them? Yeah, a lot of people said that their teachers threw stuff. Their teachers, they had teachers that threw stuff, and I'm just like, damn, I never had that, man.
There was this really cool fucking teacher that would baseball pitch the eraser right into the chalkboard, and it would just slap so well, like to like startle people.
I had
like
this...
to get it. Yeah, it was great. Like people were sleeping in his class.
Oh no, and he got
clap
pissed.
erasers.
Why get mad about that? That's the fucking thing I'm trying to figure out. Like if somebody's sleeping in class, fuck it. They're not
supposed. They can do that in their bed. They're not supposed to. This is
I'm not
why
saying,
everybody's there for.
I'm not saying let's come into school and be like, you can sleep if you want. I'm saying like if one or two people are sleeping in class and everybody else is sitting there listening, it's like just that's my philosophy is just like
yeah. Let people be mongrels.
No, let people be people be fucking people. Like,
yeah.
It's just
yeah, they don't have to learn.
They don't. I mean, they'll learn. I mean, missing one lecture doesn't hurt a kid, you know.
No, I don't. I don't care either. I mean, that's most of it. If I ever did, it was like nobody cared, which was the right response because it's just like I need a nap right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to damn sleep, man. I mean, telling somebody that they can't go to the bathroom or telling somebody that's really tired that they can't go to sleep seems crazy to me.
Yeah, I'm not reaching out to the teen audience on this show. I don't. The politics of school are fine. Like it's a meat grinder, and it should be harder than what it is.
Yeah. I'm just saying, for me, if I was like a teacher, it doesn't bother me. But I had a class, those metal fucking trash cans in the classrooms, and like how there's all that linoleum, and there's a brick walls in there and everything. We were fucking around one time in our math class, and this dude took his math book and he fucking threw it up into the ceiling fan. And it pissed the teacher off so bad that he kicked that fucking trash can across the room and it slammed out into the hall on the wall. And he just threw an enormous tantrum. And I was like, this is an adult man that is so mad and can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing you can do, really. The kid doesn't get a kid that will look you in the face and throw a book into a ceiling fan. There's no amount of punishment for him that's going to work.
Right. He's a renegade. Yeah. Just give him a diploma and kick him out.
He like gives you hope a little. That's the kind of person that like gives me hope. I saw a story. I'll do this story real quick because you'll find like this dovetails into something that's really funny that I saw this week, and it was just oh man, of course I didn't have it open because I'm a piece of shit. Well, I had planned to do a different story, but this dovetails perfectly into a story that I wanted to cover this week because I was really interested in your take on this, and maybe I thought we could chop it up a little bit about this. Okay. This took place in... No, this is way the wrong story. I think this took place in Florida.
Okay. That's like our sister city.
Sister
state.
Right, yeah. You know what? It is. We should have a system set up with them. Like, we should have reciprocity for our laws.
Sure.
Seems fair. I think it's Lincoln. It's Lincoln. Lincoln, Nebraska. This is a Lincoln, Nebraska story.
Okay.
We don't get a lot of those. A teenager in Lincoln believed to be under the influence of LSD was arrested after allegedly stripping down naked and urinating on a security vehicle and punching an officer in the face, police said. Now, like, first of all, why do these LSD people always get naked?
Yeah, I never had that urge either. But I do know people that it happened to.
Really?
Right. The stories of people that like tried it once and flipped out and then like woke up somewhere else naked.
Why naked? Like,
Drunks
what is
get
the
naked
thing?
too. Super drunks get naked.
Well, yeah, I know some drunks that'll like take their pants off and just be like,
yeah, like I'm just so hot right now. So fucking hot in here. LSD's the same. I mean, I don't know. I never felt. No, I can't say.
I never did either. But
It seems so stereotypical.
yeah. That's why you're like, why would you do this? Shortly before midnight on Friday, a 29-year-old security guard told police that he confronted the disrobed man who was trespassing in a business parking lot near 84th and O Streets. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I don't like trespassing laws. It's like, this land is your land.
Right.
This land is my land. I believe in that,
Right.
From California. This is all ours.
Sure.
Property is theft, right? But, why bother a guy? Just like, it seems like it's bullshit to bother a guy for being naked. Like, just for being like, oh, this guy's naked. I got to go talk to him.
No, people can't. You got to watch out for naked people in public, especially when it's at night. You got to look out for that stuff.
No, but it's legal.
You got to keep eyes. It's not legal, actually.
Yeah, it is.
To swing your ding-a-ling
It
around?
has to be legal.
No, I don't think there would ever. I mean, they won't even let women bare their breasts in a lot
Yeah,
of
they
places.
do, but legally they can.
But
legally.
there are other places where it exists where they don't even allow that to happen. But you cannot
really?
go fly your cooch out there.
You should be
on
allowed
High
to.
Street.
You should be allowed to be naked on the street. You can't force people to wear clothes.
Sure, I understand that.
I just don't think it. Well, I guess you're right about maybe not the police.
There's
obviously.
lots of women that naked men have come and swung a boner at them
Yeah.
or assaulted them while they were naked, though.
Yeah.
Is what I know.
Okay.
Like every woman that I know has had one jack off guy
okay.
expose himself.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking take your word on that. Okay.
I'm just saying I don't know how you figure out who the jack off guys are.
I don't either, but that's not fair to like run society based on.
It happens all the
bad
time.
Guys.
It happens all the time.
I know, but there's a lot of people who would probably be naked in public that would just like be fine. No,
Sure.
if they could, if it was legal.
Yes,
I'm
agree.
the guy that's trying to outlaw barefoot. Anyway,
Yeah, I know, but
so it's like
you want
naked.
sweaty ass all over the public seats.
It's rights. I'm just
You
talking
want-
about rights.
Ball sweat dripping into the carpet.
I'm just talking about rights, dude. I don't have to like the rights. If barefoot's legal, naked should be legal. A Lincoln police officer arrived on the scene. Okay, so the teenager slapped the guard and urinated on a security vehicle.
Yeah, I mean that feels like I don't know. I've never.
But that's the reason I think it dovetails into the other
Someone
story.
should talk to this kid before he did it. This is
Yeah,
because he
well,
bought it from somebody, jag-off.
Somebody let him get on his bike, and
Yeah.
you know how that is. But the reason I think this dovetails like the other story is like the impotence of the like guy, the teacher that I'm talking about. A guy throws a thing up in the ceiling fan, makes a big ruckus, and then all of a sudden the teacher's screaming and mad, but he can't really do anything in the end. Like, it was going to suspend him and give him a few days off, expel him. They're not going to call the like back then. They didn't call the police for like everything. So it was just like, and this story's the same way. The security guard walked up to this kid, and the one thing we're taught, drug people are taught, is that security guards aren't cops and they don't have any power over you.
That's true.
But a lot of square people will like cede power to the security guards.
Sure. Most
you know?
people, yeah.
Like, because if they're ushering you around and pushing you around and telling you where to be, like,
You feel like they're in charge.
yeah, a regular. That was something we talked about. I talked about with Drew about that. Was that like sometimes people just are like, if a dude is in charge, if he says things that are in charge, most of us will just be like, yeah, you're in charge, you know?
No, yeah, no. That's how I feel like most of the government got this way.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, you're exactly right about that.
Well, that's how much. I mean, that's Donald Trump, man. That's that whole bully thing that just works so well. Is just, keep talking like you're the boss, and people eventually just give up, and like, I guess he's gonna treat me like he's the boss.
Yeah, listen to this bullshit, Brett. A Lincoln police officer arrived on the scene a short while later to find the teenager was still naked. the teen jumped on the hood of the officer's police cruiser, causing more than $300 in damage. How's that $300?
Dude, like I usually just do like lay in the grass and like this feels amazing and like life is so beautiful and you know, this is there's this moment is 6 billion years in the making type thing. Like I just never really went that route. I never saw anybody get that violent.
Does he
I mean on video.
Do you think that like he was alone, he decided to trip alone, and then when you're a teenager you get super weird when you trip because like everybody can get you in trouble. Every person in the world can get you in trouble, and because you're a teen, right? And then you get, I don't know, you just get weirded out. Yeah, and the acid,
you get that moment where you're like, this is what's going to be like forever, you know?
Well, and then the acid detaches you so much from reality that I'm sure this teen's sitting around thinking like, these adults can't tell me what to do.
Pulling a Holden Caulfield.
Fuck
you. This is what I'm gonna. You know what? I feel great tonight, and for the first time in my life, I'm going to express how I feel.
And his thing that he expresses is to get naked and piss on a security guard's car and slap him in the face.
So yeah, I've just brought up some latent feelings inside the young man.
Yeah, teens, please.
Acid's they need
not
better
for teenagers. It's just acid's not for teenagers. I'm coming out on this show that is always okay with drug use. And
I never did it as a teen.
I did it a lot as a teen, and it was stupid.
I know a few people.
Yeah, it was It was not a smart thing to be doing. You know, I had fun. I thought it was fucking great when I was a teenager. I took it when I was 12 years old, and it was fucking extremely fun. But like, my brain wasn't ready for that shit. You're still developing and stuff. It's just wait it out. You know, wait till you have some goddamn life experience before you do acid. That's the smart thing to do.
No, I agree. I think, because when you're older, you can contextualize things, and you have more autonomy, like you said, and you can get somebody to spot you. You're not doing it by yourself and like, uh-oh, I'm stuck in my bedroom now on acid.
Yeah. Yeah, the autonomy is really important, too. You don't, like, think about that when you're tripping, like, maybe try...
Well, that's why, I like pay attention, like when we go to events and all that stuff, like I think it out. Like, I'm not trying to go too hard that far away from my house, you know, anymore.
Or if you're not at your house and you're at somebody else's house and you're just like, we're going to be fucking normal here. Like, that's the thing about tripping too. Like, you can take a walk, but maybe all of you should go. Everybody should go.
Yeah, you need to know what's going on. You need some people to regulate.
Well, if everybody's tripping, then they have one full brain. Usually, there's like everybody has bad ideas, but somebody will have like the idea that like that's how it works. It's like a series of bad ideas, and then each person has like one good idea, and they stop you from doing the bad ideas. Like, well, what if you know?
Yeah, but wait, man, that's a felony.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last time we really tripped hard...
Is it? No, it's... And then you hear what they're saying. No, we can totally be naked. Naked is legal. If barefoot is legal, naked is legal. That's the argument they're having.
You can't fucking do anything about it. I remember this woman...
No, it's not. I swear it's not. You're just paranoid, man.
This girl I used to hang out with in high school used to fucking try to convince... We would get high and drink, and then we would go driving around... And she would be like, if you just flash your lights at the traffic light, then it'll make it change to green because it'll think you're an ambulance. And she would go out and just fucking floor it, flashing her lights and just running red lights at night. Like, because the fucking thing doesn't change.
Yeah.
You know, and I was always just like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah, that's some very bad advice.
Yeah, but she just kept doing it. I also remember one time, and I was so thankful to have, like, the friends I had. Because somebody in high school, I think, told me the police can't pull you over if they don't have the lights on their car. And we were driving one time.
I remember that.
We were all driving around one time getting high. And I said, the police can't pull you over if they don't have the lights on their car. And they were like, somebody was like, the police can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Like, oh, you're right. You're totally right.
Yeah, that's what we're always trying to tell sovereign citizens. Like, no, sovereign citizen, the police can actually, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
They will bust your window.
Yeah.
Every time.
They will punch you and tase you. That's just gonna happen.
Man, I saw some crazy. I was just scrolling and saw some cop gif of just him like doing overhand punches.
I saw that. In
against
Baltimore.
that guy on the fucking wall, and it was just insane, man.
He
It
beat
was
the
like,
shit out of him.
dude, it was like, the other guy could do nothing. He was just getting his ass, oh my God, whooped. It was
He would have got,
awful.
if his friend had jumped in, he would have got shot.
Right.
They would have both gotten shot.
Oh, yeah.
That's the shittiest. That's the thing about it. I saw the worst thing today. I saw a viral video of a proposal that was like the police pulled their guns out on a young black dude, and he was at the gas station. They had him on his hands and knees, and he's like on his hands and knees, and his girlfriend's like, hold on, he's gonna empty his pocket. They're like, empty your fucking pockets. And she's like, he's gonna empty his pockets. And she stood in front of him. She was a black woman too. She stood in front of him as to like shield him from the cops and shit. And then when he emptied his pocket, he opened up a fucking ring, and he had the ring in there, and all the cops started laughing, and he was laughing. And I was like, oh, that's a woof. That's some proposal.
You play too much.
That's playing too much, I think. That poor woman, man. I felt so bad for that poor woman.
No, not ever.
Don't do practical jokes for your proposal. Yeah, I'll have to show you the video when we're done, because Brett's like sweating right now. Brett just
Was
started
the guy
sweating.
a cop? Only a cop would think that's funny.
It
right?
might have. He could have been a cop,
Or a
He could have just
firefighter.
known a cop or two, or something like that. Because it was wild. I really thought those cops were gonna shoot both of them.
Yeah, I was nervous, man. Oh my God, I was so nervous because I saw. Remember that one video when they shot that guy that was laying in the street, and they were like, "Put your hands up," and he put his hands up, and then the guy just pulled a shot off, and it was just like, "Whoops!" Like,
Yeah.
it just got nervous because he moved because he did what he said.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I thought, oh God,
Yeah.
that was a roller coaster.
It is. It is. So in Cordova, Tennessee, a loss prevention employee at Kroger shot a man who was trying to steal meat, according to the Memphis Police Department. The shooting happened at around 11:20 a.m. at the Kroger on North Germantown Parkway near the intersection of Trinity Road. A statement from Kroger said the officer asked to see a receipt from a customer who had a cart stacked with meat and seafood. Kroger said the customer told the employee the receipt was in the car. Once the pair got outside, the encounter turned violent. The store said the suspect got in a gray Malibu, hit reverse, and ran over the officer's foot. Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. Kroger said the officer fired a single shot into the suspect's car tire to stop him.
Okay, good. That's
But the
good.
suspect was still able to drive away.
Sure.
I feel like it's a different way to handle it, said frequent customer Valencia Lindsay. Any different way. You don't have to shoot at somebody.
Yeah.
She's right. Like,
No.
there's no... I mean, like, even... Okay, so they're like, he ran over his foot. The motherfucker was pointing a gun at him. I'm going to run over a gun. If somebody's pointing a gun at me, I'm probably going to run, especially if they're a fucking security guard. You know?
No,
I don't give a fuck about a security guard.
Yeah, I saw someone say this already, but something along the lines of there's no death penalty for running away, for being too fast.
Yeah.
There's no death penalty for that, for getting away.
Exactly, yeah.
On something like, I mean, just being faster than the police. I mean, that's on you. Use your tactics. Study running more. Get in a chopper. Like, use your police stuff. But you don't need to kill somebody for what? For steaks and some salmon?
Just for fucking stealing meat from a Kroger. Just for stealing. It wasn't even a cop, dude.
And how many? And you know the thing about it too is these Barney Fife motherfuckers always end up have a glancing blow or making it a pot shot and taking somebody else out.
Well, I don't think the cops shoot people's tires out. Like,
What?
I don't think that's a part. I think that's a movie thing.
No, I know that's what
people shoot
everybody
tires
wants them. Yeah,
out.
no.
Yeah, and like, so this guy was just doing some shit he saw on like Crank or something like that.
Yeah.
He was like, I watch Death Wish every night, and I know how to handle something like this. It's like, this has like become such a rash. I was listening to the podcast Mike Dicta, which is good. It's a bunch of lawyers that just talk about law, and they were talking about this case, and they were talking about a case where a guy went to a department store, grabbed 2 pairs of jeans off of the rack, and then returned them, right? And he got away with $150. And the next day he came back and did the same thing, which street fighters don't steal from the same place.
Yeah.
Don't like do it. Well, he was so excited that it worked.
I know. He was like, oh my God, I fucking did it. It's foolproof. I finally a job where I can write my own check.
But he ended up getting busted for it.
Sure.
So Yeah, of course he did. Yeah. So when the cops came and arrested him, the prosecutor charged him. He was going to give him 5 years in prison for it was basically a fencing charge. They were calling it a fencing charge because he deceived the people. Okay. He attempted to deceive them.
Okay.
And then when the security guard tried to get him, he tried to just run out with the fucking jeans, but he got busted. But it was like 5 years in prison for shoplifting. And we did a story on that recently. And it's like these fucking security guards and prosecutors are crazy. Like, they're using shoplifting to fill the prisons now.
Yeah,
it almost feels like all those people that aren't supposed to be going to prison for weed anymore are all going for shoplifting now.
No, there's plenty of ways to get people in for that. And it's that's also something that is not happening, I mean, ever. It's so rare that people are shoplifting, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. There's shrink in any business, as everybody knows. But it's more likely to be the employees and shit. Straight up just, that's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, for $50 in clothes. $50 worth of fabric.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. That's just shitty.
Yeah. And it's the same thing. 5 years in prison. Like the length of sentences are fucking crazy. But I did just see a place where they're gonna start posting pictures of shoplifters now. And at some of these places where, like, when you do the use scan, they get a little picture of you, they post you up there. I'm like, I don't give a shit, man. I go on the radio and tell people I'm shoplifting.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, there are elite level shoplifters. I used to get a lot of stuff, but I knew other people that were way better and would just go finesse a whole outfit every single time they went to the mall, and eventually got to like jackets. There was this guy in high school that you could give him money. You could go shop. You could go to the store, tell him what you wanted out of the store, and he would take half of the tag price to get it for you.
Yeah.
So it was like your own 50% off sale.
It's a nice sale. That's nice of him to do that. That's kind of scary though. Like for him, like, that's such a brave.
He was so arrogant, dude.
Yeah. Did he get caught in the end?
I don't remember.
I guess they all get caught. Eventually.
Yeah, I don't remember him getting caught.
Yeah, you always get caught.
I got busted when I was a kid, but
I did.
That was stupid.
Bart Simpson bubblegum is what I got caught stealing. It was fucking embarrassing.
IOU jean shorts.
That's a cool fucking thing to steal.
I put him into my rollerblade bag.
What'd they do? What was the thing like? What was
it was this like big bald guy, stereotypical as hell, wearing like a black Schottenstein's polo, and he just took me back there and he's just like, well, I gotta call your parents or whatever, and I don't remember it. I can't even remember it anymore.
It just didn't make that big of an impression.
He was
on
mad.
you.
He was mad and stern. He just called my dad and then came and picked me up, and my dad was like pretty mean about it. Told like he didn't like thieves and all of that, but I mean, people that steal from stores do not steal from like houses and shit,
Yeah.
Like stealing from the store, I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, why would
that's not a bad character. I mean, but if you got caught taking $20 out of somebody's room, then you're sus.
Yeah, why would anybody like be mad because you stole meat from Kroger? Like, what would the point be of shooting at somebody? Like, why?
What do you get? Yeah.
Why did he shoot? Like, what? I can't get into the mind of the guy that's making $9.50 an hour to be a security guard that shoots at somebody for stealing from
I don't
the
know.
company.
How do
Who
we
gives
do
a shit?
See, that's the thing though, is it's like that. It's like this. It's like those experiments, those Stanford experiments, where the like amount of authority is kind of vague in a way, where it's kind of like stop the criminals, stop the bad guys, do whatever it takes. But we don't have any sort of like conversation or dialogue about like these type of issues. Like, really, it's when should you take somebody's life? You know, like when do we pull that gun out?
They don't. Yeah,
and that's what Black Lives Matter and all of that stuff has been trying to address. But now, I mean, even when it gets down to petty shit, we have to start saying like, should people go to fucking prison for trying to steal something? It's like, you caught them, so you didn't lose any money. I mean,
like, I don't know if it even needs to be like jail time as much as I think it. I mean, even restitution always seemed like whatever, like restorative justice, where it's like, we'll figure something out here. Like they can fucking do it, work in the stock room to pay it back or something. But you're totally right. There's no loss in the end for the company when you try to steal something and they catch you.
Sure.
You know? Other than the resource. No, there's no fucking loss at all. And you know, they hire these guys that with the fucking embroidered badge on their shirt and they come and fucking sit in the front and they I don't know, they like have blue lives. They're like Blue Lives Matter guys probably. They're like, I feel like they're like really like I don't know what can happen. I just don't understand. Like
loss prevention are assholes.
It's the same thing.
You know, I used to. Sorry.
It's the same thing with the people that write the tickets for parking. Like, what would happen if you just didn't?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to, loss prevention, I used to enjoy messing with. I would go and just act like I was stealing from the store, and they would be following me. I would go, like, I'd grab video games, walk around with them, go to the pillow aisle, and just, like, throw it in there, and then, like, go buy one piece of candy and then walk out, and they would always stop me and, like, want to search me and shit. Yeah. They were wrong.
Yeah, I don't have shit.
Yeah.
And you had to act all, like...
confident as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Don't you wish you had that confidence when you did have stuff though, so that you could like get past them?
Yeah, you know, I like I said, the thing I would change about getting caught as a kid is I should have just ran away. I thought for some reason, well, I guess, well, now it's kind of relevant. You can get shot at.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
But like I should have just tried to run, because even none of those, I've seen so many people pull a high. I saw somebody go to the Kmart jewelry counter when I was a kid, and they grabbed a whole bunch of jewelry and ran out the door, and there was a car sitting with the door open, and this woman literally football dived, like a sailor dive, with like her arms by her side, just torpedoed into the back of this car, and the dude fucking hit the gas so hard that the door slammed shut. It was so fucking cool. And they like burned out and took off, and there was a cop in the other parking lot, and my mom went to go tell him, you know, that she just saw that, and they were like, oh, that's Columbus, that's not our issue, you know, because they were Reynoldsburg or whatever.
This shit anyway.
But like loss prevention didn't do it. Loss prevention just watched them go right by.
Yeah,
you know,
they can't really fucking do anything.
No, they can't stop you.
Gone.
Yeah, you gotta run. That's the thing, run, because they don't give you any extra too for trying to run.
No,
and you think you're gonna get resisting arrest, but like there's no against Target.
You're not arrested.
Yeah, Target can't arrest you. So that's our advice. Like if you ever get caught, just run like hell. You can't get away.
Security guards are just...
Yeah, they don't give a fuck either. I mean, they're just looking to use bullying tactics and maybe aggressive energy to get you to stop what you're doing.
Do you think that... I mean, this is also a possibility.
I saw a dude in Best Buy. You ever see him? I saw one time in a Best Buy, the greatest thing, man. It was a guy that went to the front. Two big dudes stepped in front of the door and said, we need to talk to you. He ran back in the store and he did a whole chase with them. Like he was scrambling throughout the whole fucking store. It was amazing. Like he was giving them the slip, and like people were then cheering for him.
Yeah, of course.
Like when he almost, and then he ended up getting caught, and they put him in like a fucking judo hold though.
Yeah.
Like he had his arm all twisted up by his fucking
They'll
head.
choke people.
And like, yeah, with his fucking like pinching on his nerves and shit.
I'm sure they learn like chokeholds and shit like that to do it. I think about like,
oh, for a CD. I mean, the guy was literally, I think it was like DVDs. It was probably 20. Man, well, it was back in, it was a while ago. So it was probably $50 in DVDs. You know.
Yeah, that's what they like. I don't know.
But the guy did get caught. I think that it should be like, nah, we know what you're doing. You lose the game, right? That's why I think it should be like, that's the game. Like we hire these people, we hire the guards. You know, you go, just, you know, you should just be, you know, you lost, you go on your way. Don't come back. We don't want to see you around here, or you know, we're going to know what's up, right? I mean, now we know who you are. Take your game somewhere else.
Yeah.
Go play at another casino.
I like this policy of like the police shouldn't even be getting involved in these shoplifting
they don't.
cases.
I mean,
it's between you and the security guards.
Well,
that's who it is.
Yeah.
But they do.
Dallas stopped showing up for $50 or less of shoplifting. Yeah. They just stopped. They're like, we do not have time for that shit. Don't fucking matter, you know. It just doesn't fucking matter. Figure it out. You have $50.
Yeah,
you know.
It does. It don't matter. That's the policy. That should be the policy. It's $50, man. Sorry, you lost. One person got $50, and the other person doesn't have their $50 worth of stuff anymore. That's all it is. Yeah, I don't know what that hard line, that like being a security guard, like the guy from Observe and Report or something, just never computed with me. They don't pay you enough to give a shit.
No.
You're not trained at all. Like, I could get a job as a security guard.
I mean, it's just a power fantasy thing.
But letting the security guard at Kroger carry a gun seems like, why are we doing that? Why are we...
I don't know what could happen. Maybe someone's going to rob it. There's banks inside of there.
What are they going to do, though, with the gun? If they maybe pull it out and get them to go, but, like, you
shoot themselves in the foot?
Yeah, you do not. I don't think you want one of those guys in there trying to fire a gun at somebody.
Yeah, I don't want someone shooting a gun at the grocery store at all.
Like, if they come into the store to rob the bank in the store, just...
Yeah,
I mean,
money.
Don't fire a gun. Just keep
the gunfire to a low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's a fucking knife, don't shoot them. Just don't shoot. I don't want any guns being shot while at the store.
Yeah, it's good policy. I could vote for that. No guns being shot at the store.
They don't fucking need them. There's no reason to have guns for security guards. I am not letting it happen. So, I got 2 more stories. I actually have a story that I don't want to do.
Ooh.
Like, what?
Can I do something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
We have, so if you're in the chat right now watching this, we're doing a lottery. This is going to be our first live stream lottery. So we had Drew Toothpaste on the show. He did the guest spot this week, and he gave us some cool stuff to hand out. And so we got his book, Toothpaste for Dinner. Y'all know that. We got a dustpan and a brush that says "Clean Your Shit Up." If you can see that there. And I'm going to show you this. I know this is boring to listen to, but we have a full-size beach towel that says, "I fucking hate thinking."
Oh, well, I hate thinking too. So I would agree with that beach towel.
So if you want to get entered into this in the chat, put just an exclamation point so that we can scrape your names and put them together, and we'll reveal the winner at the end.
All right, lottery time. Street Fight is pro lottery, I think.
Yeah, we're running a lottery now, so if you're into the $5 live stream, I'm going to come up with stuff to give away if you're here in the chat watching live, and we'll send out some cool stuff.
All right, here's our we got 2 stories left here to do. We got about 15 minutes left anyway, so I think we're going to be okay tonight, Brad. Our time, well, we got 20 minutes. All right. First story, Trump supporter. Let's read the story, because reading the headline gives away the whole story, right?
Sure. I don't know what it is.
Well, you're about to fucking know what it is. I think you're going to like it, okay? And I think you listeners are going to like it too. I can't believe it's taking this long to load. I was going to like really smoothly transition into like just doing it. Uh-huh. A Trump supporter claims he was attacked by the lead singer of a punk rock band when he jeered the frontman's political statements.
I did see this.
Tim Hildebrandt of Galt says the attack happened at a Social Distortion concert at the Ace of Spades in Midtown. Hildebrandt said he grew up listening to the band's music and was excited to attend one of their shows, but never thought he'd leave bloody and bruised at the hands of a famous musician.
Well, I mean, talk shit, get hit, right?
I love it.
You certainly have heard that.
You're at a punk concert, dude. First, I know Social Distortion isn't like hardcore punk. You know what I mean? I know that they're not spitting on people in the audience. Sure. And I know that the audience is, because they played here recently. It was older. It skewed a little older audience.
Sure,
you know? It
more
was
gray
like
hairs.
A cross-generational thing. But it was a lot of guys in like cargo shorts and like a t-shirt. You know, that's fine. That's fine. Sure. They're allowed to have punk rock too. They need their punk rock too.
Yeah.
And
I mean, pretty much in the vein of like radical politics.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, it's one of those bands that I don't listen to, but I know I've heard some of their songs. I've heard Mike Ness's solo album of country songs, which I really enjoy. Maybe we can fucking play one of those at the end of this show. But I like Mike Ness's. I like that album a lot, and I always got the vibe from him that he was down with left stuff. You know, cell phone video taken at the concert. This is going to make you laugh. Cell phone video taken at the concert captures the moment the Social Distortion fan says he was beaten up by the band's frontman, 56-year-old Mike Ness.
Woo.
Why is this guy going to the news? What is this guy? I got beat up by a 56-year-old.
Yeah.
I went to a concert.
That's because I think differently, man.
I went to a concert and got beat up by the 56-year-old lead singer.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's where Street Fight is heading. Because if I'm doing shows at 56 and you tell me you don't like my opinion when I'm 56, I'm going to throttle you.
He said, this is what he said, though. And this is something, listen. He said, I pretty much said I paid for your music, not your politics.
Right.
Yeah, I would fucking
Yeah.
beat that guy up too. Like
Yeah.
that's, I mean, me and Brett will jump you if you say something like that. It'll be a 2-on-1 affair.
How would that happen, though? I paid for the show, man, not the politics.
That would be weird if somebody came to our show and said that. I paid for...
I paid for Flat Earth and cryptids, man. We're just here to ask questions. We're not here to tell people to live in communes and shit.
Yeah. We're not down with socialism,
We're not
buddy.
syndicalists.
He said I paid for your... That's so insulting. I paid for your music, not your politics. Like, he fucking deserved to get beat... Well, he deserved to get beat up when he voted for Trump.
Yeah,
but-
no, when he became a Proud Boy.
Brett, that's going to end up... That's going to be the thing they play on Fox News now.
You think so?
Yeah, let's cut that out and, like, post it out. He deserved to get beat up when he voted for Trump. Did you get that? This guy, he
Isolated.
deserved to get beat up when he voted for Trump. There's a few different takes of it. Let's get this to Fox News.
Yeah, I just, I mean, in mixed company, you never know how people are going to act. So I would, if I was going to, like, I wouldn't scream anything at a Ted Nugent concert. Hey,
Listen.
man, I want to hear Cat Scratch Fever. I don't give a shit about Republicans.
Yeah. No shit. I wouldn't do that. I'm just not gonna go. I'm not gonna yell at. Why did he go to this concert? You know what?
loves Social D.
Here's something you Trump people need to know. We don't fucking want you around, and we don't want your fucking money either. I don't want your
They
money.
say that's not fair.
I don't give a fuck what's fair. The world's not fair, Trump supporters. We don't like you.
No,
we
they
don't like
wanna-
the guy that you voted for. We don't like you.
But I want to like punk rock music.
Too fucking bad.
Why don't? It's not fair that people are like punks against people like me that just want to offend everybody.
Yeah, too fucking bad, buddy.
People like me that rank the races.
Yeah, people like me who say, yeah. Oh God.
Why are people are always so mad at me because I can't stop reporting on the crimes of black men?
Yeah, exactly. These guys, we don't like them. We hate them.
It's an antisocial behavior. There's nothing...
Antisocial distortion behavior.
Antisocial distortion, exactly. To be in any group that looks to treat Western chauvinism as some sort of crown jewel.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be learned from that. That well has been dug.
We've been doing it for
a very long
For
time.
How
Yeah.
like I always tell, like, I've been telling my daughter lately that, like, when you're in school, you're going to learn history. And they're going to tell you things. And I want you to understand that most of that history is through the lens of a white Christian man. So there's a different kinds of history out there, and I hope you go and look for that.
Yeah,
it's like
smart.
kind of the way that, like, because I want her to learn the mainstream narrative. I do want her to hear that, but I want to keep reiterating to her that that's one person's side of the story.
You gotta know it, yeah, and that's a great way to put it, and get it in. You know, he's got to make sure she does follow up on that.
Yeah,
I don't think she's gonna be a proud girl or anything. You
no,
can't even be
I'm
one.
hoping not. I stood pretty much with my silent protest with my middle finger up for the next 2 songs.
Oh, yeah, come on. You're asking for it.
You're starting trouble, and you fucking knew this guy was going to say something political. You knew it. You fucking knew that he was going to say something political.
I always, if I go to a punk show, I expect I could get punched by the people that are conducting the show.
Well, that's
I've seen
the
so
other
many
thing.
videos of that.
That's the other thing. Like, just being at a punk show, you might get punched by the lead
This
singer.
is a place,
That's punk.
This isn't even like, this isn't the streets. This isn't like at the bank. Like if you were at the bank and someone had a Hillary flag and you were like, I came for a transaction, not for your politics. Like, I don't know if people should get punched for that. But if you're in the middle of this environment, like, it's wildin'. We're doing wild shit in here, okay? We're fucking punk in here. We keep it motherfucking 100 when it comes to punk rock shit.
It's just part of the fucking music anyway.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I've never been to a
aggressive.
punk concert where somebody didn't get hit.
There's just...
It's a fucking kind of music for hitting each other. That's like exactly what it is. I don't think anybody that gets into punk expects like, oh, I'm going to go to this concert, I'm not going to get hit by anybody.
Or that, I mean, I don't think you have to. I mean, there's the thing is that there's a whole thing going on. There's a whole hive of people that are working together to make this show happen. But if you are to fuck with somebody on the stage, I mean, they will pee on you. They will fucking drop kick you. Like, just do not interrupt what they're doing unless you want to have your hair pulled out.
Yeah, that's the kind of music. That's the kind of music you're into.
They're fighting you for the stage. Like, you're trying to bring the show to you and the audience by doing your fucking salute. And I mean, that's...
You're starting to fucking fight at a concert.
Salute.
You shouldn't be allowed to sue either. I hope he doesn't get to sue. I hope that Ticketmaster fucking thing they write on the back of the ticket means that Mike Ness is allowed to whoop your ass if he doesn't like you.
There's a disclaimer.
So Ness didn't like that, and in the video you can see him motion Hildebrand to the stage where the singer spits in his face.
Oh, what a dumbass. What are you... I'm proud. I'm proud.
What did he think he was going to do? Did he think he was going to engage him in logical debate?
You know what? We need to have a conversation. I was just saying fuck MAGA and every single Donald Trump voter out there, but let's have a dialogue. Let's use my stage time in my show to have a discussion about why you're such a crude asshole.
Conservatives are really weird.
I know.
Their relationship to art is the weirdest thing in the world to me, to like music and movies and stuff like that, where it's like, look, the people that create hate you. Like, we just do. Like,
and
all
the
of
music
us do.
that it's driven by it. It's like against society. Like, this is against the world that like Ronald Reagan built. Like, it flourished under that.
That's where it started, and that's why it exists.
Margaret Thatcher and shit. Like, this comes from people being oppressed, and like, you're not, buddy.
Yeah, and you're fucking just trying to cause problems. You're just trying to start a fucking fight, dude. You can also not be MAGA at this concert.
Sure.
Like, they're talking about, like, this guy is like, I came here for their music, not their politics, as though they shouldn't be allowed to do politics at their own show. But you know what, motherfucker? You're at my show. So you're going to get what I want to give you. That's part of going to a fucking show. You stand in the audience and I give you what you're going to get. Like, I decide what this place is going to be, not you, I decide what I'm going to do, not you. You don't get to pick if I do politics. Leave your fucking politics at home. That guy could have got through this fucking set without getting in a fight with a single fucking person, dude. That guy could have got through this concert without any problem at all if he didn't feel the need to yell something out at the person on the stage and flip them off and just look confrontational in the audience. And the reason he fucking did it is because he knew in his fucking mind and in his heart that fucking guy wasn't going to do anything. And then when it happened, he's shocked, and he has to go on the news and cry because he got beat up by his childhood hero. So he takes his guitar off, jumps off the stage, and proceeds to punch me multiple times in the head. He got spit on it and punched in the head. Hildebrand says he was dragged out of the venue by security, but then he filed a police report with officers who were standing outside. He plans to press charges. Oh, these
I mean, you gotta get
sick.
You gotta go after those record company lawyers.
I don't know, dude. Well, no. You don't have to go after this guy. He doesn't have any right to go after this guy.
I know they handled this in punk rock court. It happened in the pit, man, and you lost miserably.
You got found guilty.
I love that he said, he was like, there was like people pushing me in the back and like push, like I just didn't have any room. you know, getting his fighting stance or whatever he had to do.
Yeah, Hildebrand. But so someone that has the status that he does shouldn't get away with assaulting someone. Again, I am not saying that Mike Ness should be able to walk around the street and assault anybody he wants, right? That's not the argument that I'm making.
No, that's not our leftist crackpot liberal idea.
I'm saying that if Mike Ness puts on a concert and he wants to whoop somebody's ass in the audience, he should be allowed to do that. I think that's fine. The part of the fucking contract, the social contract of going to a punk concert is just like Brett and I have been saying this whole time, you might get punched in the fucking face. That's part of it, you know? And you got punched by the lead singer. That's actually fucking way cooler than getting punched by somebody else.
You know why, though? It's because conservatives the new punk rock, man.
No, it's not, actually. Maybe they should make some music then instead of a picture of Ted Cruz with tattoos. Like, write the goddamn songs then, you punk rockers.
Do it. Do the work.
You know? Fuck. It was a little bit excessive, said Social Distortion fan James Malden. That's not true. It wasn't excessive, even a little bit.
Well,
Malden says that while Ness acted unprofessionally, music fans should understand controversy is part of the punk rock culture.
Yes. Is there a PR person for punk rock now?
Yeah, this guy. They did just interview this guy, and he's just like, this guy says, if you're into politics, if you're that into politics, don't put yourself in a situation where it could become a problem for you. That's what it is, though. Are there punk spaces that you can go and be a MAGA chud? Like, I'm sure there are some, because punks are crazy fucking people.
Sure. Some people go that way.
But there's not, like, a mainstream punk concert that you would go to at a fucking 100-seat venue or something like that. You're like
you gotta make your own scene.
Is unfriendly to your stuff. You know, the Spits are unfriendly to your politics. Like, all the big bands, you know, all the big punk bands, Sheer Mag fucking hates you, you know?
Yeah.
And all of those big bands, like, don't put yourself in a situation where you might get offended by the band then. That's your fucking problem. That's your thing.
Well, and that's what, I mean, that really is, that's really what drives most of my politics is, like, I don't even, for the most part, care if you're living out this little fantasy for your life. I mean, everybody has their own story to tell.
Yeah.
And I wish you better. But, like, you don't have to come and spoil other people's time. Like, I don't go to churches and start screaming at people about conservative politics.
Brad walks into a church, he grabs his dick and goes like this and is like, I like to fuck outside of marriage and in it.
Yeah.
Because I can fucking do that.
Yeah.
No, it's so attacked in the middle of a show by the very person he paid to see. Hildebrand now wants the popular punk rock singer to pay for his actions. If he wants to have a talk someday, man to man, I would love that, but he would have to not be a child about it. I hate this guy. I hate you, Hildebrand. I hate you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he can take him to debate court. I'm sure he'll respond to that very well.
He just wants to have I just want to have a conversation with him.
Please be on my podcast. Please, Mike, be on my podcast.
Yeah, he does. He does really want Mike on his podcast. I'm sure of that. That's so cool that Mike Ness beat that guy up at 56 years old. That's the coolest shit I ever heard.
Just, you know,
I hope I'm whooping ass.
it, yeah.
I hope I'm whooping ass on stage when I'm 56, Brett.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
Let's beat somebody up. You know what I mean? All right. So we got one more. This is another conservative, Brett, that's killing me this week. Just fucking killing me. All right. So this is from the New York Post. Conservative rag, as they call them. Mayor de Blasio's homeless policies are so hard to swallow for a Queens landlord that he's gone on a hunger strike. Did you? Saverio Sam Esposito, 53, said he stopped eating Monday in protest of his owner's plan to establish a homeless shelter for 113 mentally ill men in his neighborhood by winter. I'm going to keep this up until they carry me away by ambulance, or the mayor agrees to sit down, the retired cop vowed. I love Ozone Park. I know that once they put up this shelter, this whole area is going to change dramatically. So this landlord, this guy's a landlord in Queens, New York, and they're going to build, they're repurposing a church, I believe, for a home. It's repurposing a shuttered Lutheran school on 101st Avenue into a homeless shelter for people that are mentally ill. Okay. And this retired cop is going on a protest.
Okay.
He's doing a hunger strike.
What's
hey,
it for?
buddy. He doesn't want him to build the homeless shelter in his neighborhood. Like,
wow. Yeah, I mean,
those are cops. That is a retired cop if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't need to have I like to go out and I like to get a slice and I'd like to never have to see homeless people.
Yep. Because the streets will get them back on their feet and into a suburban home, right?
He said the city is converting a shuttered Lutheran school on 101st Avenue into the shelter and plans to stop using a local hotel to house homeless people. It expects to find a second site to house another 150 homeless people in the district in the coming years. The Ozone Park site is one of 90 shelters de Blasio wants to open throughout the city. Esposito is camped out in front of the construction site, sporting shorts, sandals, a t-shirt, and stubble on Friday. He looked no worse for the wear after 5 days with nothing, he said, but water and coffee to sustain him.
Oh my
This
God.
fucking dude is on a hunger strike, Brett. Like a
That's
fucking,
nuts.
like a real... That's a real political action for real political stuff. And this fucking guy is out. He's making a mockery of the hunger strike, in my opinion. What a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. Does he not have anybody in his life? Like, come on, man.
He seems like the type of guy that nobody can tell anything.
That's true. That
thing.
makes sense.
I mean, think about like the actions he's taking and the things we know about this
True.
guy. 53-year-old ex-NYPD cop. And just nobody, people have probably been like, hey.
It's kind of like Mike Ness behavior, though.
He's like, hey, Sam, come on. Let's not do this. And he's like, I gotta stop this from happening.
Yeah, he's just old and confident and grumpy and mad about something that is unfathomable. If you talk to anybody, I mean, most people, I mean, even the most dark-hearted conservatives believe in charity for people that deserve it, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
He's a piece of shit, Brett.
What can we do? Can something be done about him?
Well, they're going to build...
Can we spit on him and punch him? Is that good enough?
You're not allowed to do that, but they are going to build...
Let's get him to a punk show. Let's see if we can convince him to go to a punk show.
Legal there.
And get Mike Ness to take care of this guy.
Okay. Let's go to Mike Ness on Twitter and send him to this guy. I mean, the thing that we're going to do to him is we're going to build the homeless place in his neighborhood, and there's nothing he can fucking do about it. Like, nobody cares that he's going to go on a hunger strike. He's just trying to get in the fucking newspaper, dude.
Yeah.
The newspaper's reporting on one guy's fucking political action. He's actually throwing a fucking temper tantrum in front of the world.
I don't know if this is true or not, but this is really good slander. Jared in the chat said he and his dad got busted for doing 9/11 benefit fraud.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good money, though.
Yeah.
I couldn't pass up that money.
Yeah.
Especially if you had the uniform.
I'm trying to see if that says it in the story, because that would be funny. But yeah, Esposito pled guilty in 2014 to a misdemeanor in connection with a massive Social Security fraud scheme in which his father Joseph Esposito was one of the ringleaders. Esposito, who said he has long been on bad terms with his dad, did not get any jail time. Hey, I hate my fucking dad. Okay, yeah. Hey, come on over here. I hate my fucking dad.
So Social Security fraud?
Yeah, this guy nobody likes this person, bro.
No, he seems like a total turd.
Like his dad doesn't like him. Like nobody fucking likes it. I'll bet you the old cops that have, because I'm sure when you're a retired cop, other cops have to like draw straws to visit you and shit. I'm sure of it. Or like he sidles up to a cop while he's out on the street directing traffic. He's like, "Hey, how you feel about these homeless shelters over here? Is there anything we can do about that?
Yeah. He's just watching Death Wish a lot now these days, I bet.
This guy sucks. God, I hate this guy. A landlord of all people. Like
He's a cop landlord.
The least, he is the least sympathetic figure I've ever heard do a hunger strike.
Yeah.
It's like, good, buddy. Don't fucking eat.
Yeah, stop.
Please, just don't eat until you die.
Right. Do us all a favor.
Just fine. Keep on this path, sir. He's gonna eat too. The motherfucker.
I mean, it's an unjust world, and when they're housing homeless people, and I support the cause. I think you go all the way and show them you mean business.
He's fucking eating, and you know he's eating too. By the way,
no, jerky ain't a meal. Jerky ain't a meal.
No, I said that's a hunger strike. It's not a meal.
No, I had an eggplant parmesan last night. That's literally nothing to me. I'm hungry over here. I'm hungry over here.
Oh my God, that's fucking great, man.
Yeah, probably some donuts as well.
Hey, you said I'm on a hunger strike. It means I'm not eating between none of the meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and later snack. But I don't eat any food in between those.
No, the sugar is more like an energy pill, so I'm having this instead of a Monster.
Look, folks, I'm not eating any food. I'm eating only Cliff Bars all day. I eat 7 of them. This ain't food.
Yeah.
He's not fucking. He is so eating.
No,
He says he hasn't eaten in 5 days. This motherfucker. He's probably fucking chewing on a sausage at the sight of the hunger strike.
Yeah. I just imagine him getting home from the hunger strike and eating like a whole tray of buffalo chicken dip.
He's just eating a dip. I'm just eating condiments.
Yeah.
I'm just eating spoonfuls of ketchup.
Buffalo chicken dip.
This fuck, I hate this guy. I hate him so much. What a piece of crap. Well, I think we did that.
Yes, that's the show.
You know, this, can I just say this real quick? I mean, I guess we probably have like a few minutes to hit that wonderful number I like. They're putting heat on deadly...
Let me say real quick.
Okay.
So I accidentally put someone's name on the screen before we had all of the numbers in. So if you want to get entered into this lottery, just do an exclamation point so Jason can grab it before we do our final drawing here. And Oliver, I will definitely give you something as a parting gift for getting you excited when you saw your name.
God, Brett.
I'm Steve Harvey in it for the first one. He set a good precedent where we can fuck it up and like just deal with it, you know?
Yeah. So I'm just going to tell you this, Brett, right now. Dragon's Breath prompts law enforcement crackdown. The police are going after Dragon's Breath, my dude.
What? Why?
My daughter is fucked now.
What are they going to do about it?
They're putting heat on a deadly frozen dessert vendor. Suffolk County officials are cracking down on businesses that sell the liquid nitrogen-dipped cereal called Dragon's Breath in an effort to end the dangerous trend, authorities told the Post exclusively Wednesday.
Why?
The amped-up law enforcement plan takes aim at the Sub-Zero treat, which can cause frostbite, skin tissue damage, and suffocation.
Oh.
I don't...
You need to be arresting people for this again? Once again, why is this an arrestable offense?
It's happening all over the place.
Somebody burns their hands on some Dragon's Breath and they're running away, so a cop shoots them because they can't catch up?
Yeah. It says,
I mean, this seems
action,
like we need
listen to this, dude.
Who started this shit? Is there like some trainees? Can someone go teach people how to do Dragon's Breath?
Yeah, this is good. Put a fucking video.
You got these carnies on the side of the road, anywhere they can set up, buying nitrous oxide or whatever it is, liquid nitrogen in the fucking mail.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's just cereal. It's literally just big fucking cereal. It's $10.
It's a big bunch of fucking cereal, man. Eat it.
And they're getting burns.
This action will prevent dangerous chemicals from winding up in the hands of children in Suffolk County. We will not tolerate any establishment that seeks to peddle this poison and profit off of one of these actions in violation of our health code. Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellone said. Damn, I thought this had been going on for a while and nobody was dying from it, but I guess, all right. Dragon's Breath now is over.
Yeah, I didn't know we're in that territory.
Yeah.
I passed it up every time I saw it. There's just nothing appealing. That's just an Instagram too far for me.
Yeah.
I had a unicorn bagel from New York City, and that wasn't so bad.
This is interesting because
totally
like
an
the
Instagram,
thing
though.
that they're talking about is like in October, a 14-year-old Florida girl was hospitalized with a severe burn on her thumb after she touched Dragon's Breath while it was being prepared.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like, so motherfuckers are...
don't keep your hands out of it.
Yeah, like...
Smack their hand.
Yeah, if they're touching... I mean, that's not the Dragon's Breath fault.
Let it heat
you know?
up a little bit.
Well, let them just do what they do. You can't touch shit while... Like, don't be touching shit while people are fucking with it, you know?
Just
You
release
wouldn't
like
touch something that was on fire. Oh, he's fucking grilling it up there. I just thought I'd touch it real quick. Get some burn.
put an ad on Facebook and YouTube that says "Don't touch the liquid nitrogen."
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
a PSA.
What a fucking odd thing to make a law about. Officials were not immediately aware of any vendors selling the dessert or local residents who have been injured by it. They just like made a law. But like, they were just like, I'm hearing about this Dragon's Breath. We got to do something about it. There's like nothing going on. Nothing happened.
Their niece got burnt or something, or like the skin of maybe the roof of her mouth like tore off.
That's fine. I mean,
It happens.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, I mean, that happens anytime you eat Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
right.
especially a big one.
All right, we're done, man. Do
That's
your
the
thing, baby.
All right. Thank you for listening to Street Fight Radio. This is number one anarcho comedy radio show on any station across the nation. We apparently are all about nudity now. Everybody can be naked, but have their feet covered. We also believe that the earth is flat and that everybody should be on this. There should be no hierarchy. So
Mike Ness should be allowed to party.
Mike Ness has special exemption to use his fists how he sees fit. If you want to support the show, you can get bonus content over on patreon.com. It's a place where you sign up for a monthly fee. It comes out on the 1st of every single month. For $8 a month, we will mail a paper copy of the zine to your house. And you also get a coupon to use in the store where we sell our CBD, Kratom, and other zines. You'll get $5 back on that to spend in the store every single month. So give it a shot. You also get to watch the live stream if you're interested. We're going to do our lottery here. Let me see who won. I did put a name up on the screen. So let me see if we get them in there. All right. It looks like the winner is going to be Oliver Young. It came up. Bullshit. It came up the same one. So congratulations, you win the Drew toothpaste prize pack of stuff. We've got for you a towel. Like I said, I'm losing this. I'm getting caught up on this damn computer. We've got a towel for you. We've got the clean your shit up dustbin and the toothpaste for dinner book. So thank you to Drew Toothpaste for helping us out with that and giving us those so we can give away to you. We will be back later this week. You can listen to the show on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Play. We are Street Fight Radio. Peace.